So that's why we have to import good quality, high grade iron ores from coal from Australia.
Right. You have a mechanical background. Can you please explain that are automobile companies ready for rollout of BS6 fuel all across the country?
They are trying. The research and development is not at completely at
But we have a target from 1st of April. Yes.
I am not sure about it, sir.
Not sure, right. And what is the concentration of sulfur in BS6 fuel?
I'm not able to recall now.
Right.
Sorry, sir.
You know, Odia is a classical language.
Yes, sir.
What are the other classical languages in the country?
Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, and Telugu.
And Sanskrit?
Sanskrit, sorry, sir.
Right. So, it is also in the news that Marathi community are demanding classical status for Marathi language. What are the criteria to accord this status?
First is the language has to be around 1500 years old. There has to be a complete discontinuation after a certain age of that complete language, literature, the history of that language. The third criteria I'm not able to recall. So there are 3 criteria.
No worries.
So, yes, Sanjita. Recently, World Trade Organization has given ruling against the India's export subsidies. Why it happened so? What are those export subsidies?
India and China still yet claim to be developing nations, and which is contested by US on many aspects, that because they have crossed a certain threshold in exporting a particular item like in textiles, so they cannot claim the status of developing nations anymore. So that's why they are providing many incentives which is disproportionately affecting the price of the commodities, which is making them competitive in the global
like the
world.
basic reasons, like for negating the India's stand on in the WTO platform. Right, India already has got opted out of the RCEP.
Yes, sir.
What are those reasons which are affecting the India's decision so far?
One of the basic reasons which India went out was they were wanting India to open up its market for the goods which has to come, but the similar reciprocation India was not finding from all the other sectors, from all the other countries, specifically in the service sector, and to send the working personals. Australia was not allowing to give a more open market to India, and we have a huge deficit with China. We already have a free trade agreement with all the Asian nations, but we do not have a direct free trade agreement with China, and this would have flooded Indian markets with cheap Chinese goods. So,
what is Quad?
Quad is an association of 4 nations: India, Japan, Australia, and US, which has been formed to provide an open and prosperous Indo-Pacific.
Do we have the 2+2 mechanism with all Quad 4 countries?
I'm sure about US and Japan. I'm not sure about Australia, sir.
Right. In a recent judgment, Supreme Court in Sabarimala case has come out to principles. So the constitutional morality and the essentiality of the religious practices. What does this principle say?
Constitutional morality refers to the morality which has been enshrined when the constitution makers actually made the constitution, what they thought is proper for a society to be followed. And essential religious practices is confined to a particular religious denomination, that what they consider to be very essential for them to practice, which fits into their religious faith or belief.
Do you think with this principle, if any particular religion is, you can say, embedded with any religious malpractice, don't you think so? Like the court, they have a duty in terms of getting it eradicated, so that the larger larger section of the people within the religious fold could enjoy our the more religious freedom and get rid of those ill practices that will make the society, as you being a sociology student, more healthy.
I couldn't get. So can you please? I beg your pardon, sir.
All right. So let's move forward. In Odisha, I believe there had been a Devdasi system in Odisha temples.
Yes, sir.
So that is believed that the girls before attaining their puberty, they were supposed to given to the temples.
Yes, sir.
this particular practice still is being followed and observed in Odisha
No,
temples?
sir, it is not followed.
It got
any-
abolished.
Yes, it got
Which
abolished.
particular act has got it abolished?
I don't know, sir. The act.
1947.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay, Sanjita,
Yes, sir.
you mentioned that you like to, you're keen on exploring new places and cuisines.
Yes, sir.
Recently, this coronavirus was in news. Is in news actually.
Yes, sir.
And it is said that one of the reasons why it infected so many people is that it started with people having eaten unusual food. Do you believe that this trying out new cuisines is a dangerous thing?
At times where you are not aware what the actual ingredients are, so it is a bit dangerous. So I always take a precaution to try out places which are well. I follow TripAdvisor, any such places where I can get reviews about it, and then usually I do not venture too much into
Adventurism.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sanjita, you also are a keen explorer, as you said. Can you just mention a few places you observed today while you were coming here?
Today I was in the cab, so I was busy reading my notes, so I couldn't take my head up to observe today.
Can you mention few places which you passed on? Which you passed
Today,
through?
while coming,
Yeah.
I noticed the GTB Nagar metro station while I
One.
crossed there. Before that, I started from Karol Bagh. So after that, I saw GTB metro station. So I have lost track in the mid, sir.
Okay, so you're not that keen an observer as you mentioned here. Okay, GTB metro station, or for that matter, the Karol Bagh metro station, was on your left side or the right?
GTB metro station was on my right side when I took a left turn over this side.
Okay, Sanjita, it was nice talking to you. You
Thank
can
you,
leave
sir.
now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Aye, Sanjita, please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
So, Sanjita, how long you've been in Delhi?
Sir, 5 days.
5 days. And you intend to stay till your interview?
No, sir.
You'll be going back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, how many interviews you have given already?
One, sir.
What's your take on this interview? What are the areas you believe that you're doing fine and where you believe that you're not doing that good?
The question which you asked, I knew that would be the family and work-life balance that I have to improve on a way I'll present it so it does not look negative as you pointed out. So that I'll think. Baki sir, you will.
See, Sanjita, my reading is that you're a wonderful candidate. Unless you are hell-bent on spoiling your chances, I don't see any reason why. You're getting my point. You have answers for the most of the questions. Your analysis is really good. You have such good strengths.
Thank you.
But
sir.
I don't know why you are underplaying your strengths and underlining your weaknesses. You're getting my point. If you look at the whole, my request will be that look at the video very carefully.
Okay, sir.
There's hardly a question for which you don't have a good answer. There's hardly a question. But you are very tentatively starting the whole interview. You're getting my point? You're a very good candidate, trust me. You have been working in a good PSU. Thereafter, you cleared a very important examination, right? Now you are appearing the civil services interview. You're not realizing the achievements you already have. These achievements should give some kind of a radiance on your face rather than being a tentative look which you unnecessarily carry.
So the last interview I was said that you're over enthusiastic, you smile a lot, so tone it
Smiling,
down.
that's
I maybe have toned it down a lot.
I'm not worried about the smiles. I'm not even saying that smile more. That's not what I'm saying. I'm merely saying that play on the strengths of your personality rather than the weaknesses.
Okay, sir.
Don't drive the boat to your weaknesses. Drive them to your strengths.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you're getting my point. See, my understanding is that your entry is good, your voice level is good. flow is good, your vocabulary is strong, your hand movement is a problematic area that you'll be working on, and your eye contact is not the best. Right?
Okay.
About the eye contact, you need to understand, you had been a manager, you'll be able to understand that if you are looking at me, right, and when I'm talking to you, whatever the information is being transmitted, that is through words. Yes. But the trust building exercise is being done by the eyes, right? If you break eye contact and look elsewhere, you may or may not get their trust, but you will be losing mine. You getting my point?
I'm exactly not able to understand, because they say when you're answering, you're supposed to look at everybody. No.
That's not the. I know there are schools of thought, and you'll have to do a bit research to decide which one to follow. But I've been doing it for 20 years. I'm explaining why it is important. Okay. If you're looking at me and you're talking to me, there'll be a trust between you and me.
Yes.
If I'm looking there and talking to you, you will not have I will not have your trust. You getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So primarily, you have to look at the person you're talking to, if possible, in the eyes of the person. A few glances here and there will not hurt.
Okay, sir.
Few glances here and there will not hurt.
Okay,
but if you keep a rotating eye contact, what will happen? You may or may not get their attention, but you'll be losing mine.
Okay, sir.
And what you'll be losing is trust. What you're getting is merely attention.
Okay, sir.
You're getting me?
Yes.
And there's a qualitative difference between attention and the trust.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I hope I made myself clear.
Yes,
you have to take a call, but this is what I understand. I've been doing it for 20 years. I'm telling candidates, and they generally are benefited by it. One thing. Second is, again, the initial part of it. You need to, I don't know why are you overplaying the family thing. You have been a wonderful working professional.
Yes, sir.
You were working in a very good PSU as in a supervisory role. So you acquired some skills there.
Yes.
Thereafter, there's a very small break.
Yes.
Even in that break, you have the achievement of cracking a state civil service examination, which you're not saying you have dropped. You're merely saying that you may join.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
You're likely to join.
Yes.
You don't even say may join, say likely to join.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then you're appearing the civil service. Everything is in place. Why are you bringing whatever is your weaknesses in between?
Yes.
You're not even lying. You don't have to lie on anything of it. You're just merely saying that you were working in a PSU, then you decided to get into the civil services, for which you appeared in the state civil services and the central civil, the UPSC. You cracked the state civil services with good rank. You're awaiting a position there, and you have cracked the civil services. Everything is in place.
But I have not chosen Odisha as my home state, so then
it comes to, see, that's a different question. What is your cadre choices? There are many people who do not choose the home cadre for a variety of reasons. In your case, the simplest answer is, now I am married. My home cadre is based on my MICA. And I'm not choosing that because I no more stay in that place.
That's I'll make it crisp, yes.
That's a simple thing. They will not be grilling you much on this, and even if they do, they will not be reaching to your weaknesses which are unnecessarily advertising.
I agree.
You don't need to.
Yes.
You get it?
Yeah.
I'm not even saying lie.
Yeah.
I'm merely saying that put it in a way that you are playing to your strengths.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's the major concern I had. Otherwise, you're doing most things absolutely right.
Okay.
Right? On analysis issue, make sure that you're able to put your sensitivity and analysis, because these are your strengths, put forward rather than letting it go factual, though your facts are also more or less correct. Right?
Okay.
These are the only things I need to tell you. You're doing really well. I'm sure you'll do wonders.
Thank you so much. Sir, any other area I need to touch which...
See, state you can do as much as you want.
Yeah.
Both. If you're claiming it to be Maharashtra as well, do study a bit Maharashtra also.
Yes.
Right? Odisha you have done. We could not ask questions on Maharashtra and all, because in an interview it is not possible to cover all. About this mechanical engineering thing, I hope you have done, because you've got a very good CGPA also, which is unusual. I hope you're able to defend your mechanical engineering also.
That is
somewhat.
Okay,
right?
I'll try.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.